welcome in. Today we are on the everything except for quilting cotton raid train. Welcome in. So there's a bunch of different stuff here. I just modded Liz. Thanks for being here. And I'm going to get the giveaway started so that it's going when the raid train gets here. Everybody get in. I've got butterfly and flower iron on patches. So get in the giveaway. And thank you so much to our hosts, Karen and Al Cortez, for hosting this raid train. Please make sure you look in the show notes and see all the people that are in this raid train and what they have, and stick on there. And there's shows all the rest of the day today and also
Hi, Barb.
tomorrow
Hi,
on this raid train. So everyone getting that giveaway for cute iron-on patches. And we're on for just an hour. And then when we finish, we're going to raid into Endless Treasure Jenny. And according to the schedule, she's doing apparel and upholstery fabrics. So that's what she's got. And I've got a little bit of everything today. So if you have a specific request, I've got wool, corduroy, um, some upholstery stuff, a couple of pieces of some knits. Well, actually, a decent stack of knits. Um, just a little bit of everything. So if you have a specific request that we start with, let me know before we get the raid and get started. So welcome everybody to the Anything But Cotton raid train. And the first thing I'm going to run
Welcome in.
after we get the raid is this little stack of wool scraps.
Deb Jam just
We
raided.
just got the raid. Welcome in everybody getting this giveaway. Thank you for being here. And we're going to run this set of wool scraps. It weighs about 12 ounces. And there's two different wool patterns in here, this beautiful charcoal and then this beautiful houndstooth. If you would love to felt some wool, this is a really good opportunity because there's some big pieces in here that you could, definitely use for felting some wool for applique. So let's get started with that first, and everyone getting that giveaway.
So this is pre-felted.
This is scraps of wool that weigh about 12 ounces, and it's running. So you get a bunch of this charcoal wool scraps and a bunch of this houndstooth wool scraps. So if you like to craft with wool, want to felt some wool, here's your chance to get a big amount of wool scraps. So that's running. Everyone getting that giveaway. I did 30 seconds just to get us started. Nobody wants wool, I guess.
I guess not. No shit.
All right, no scrappy wool. All right. Anyone want to vote what we start with?
Fabric.
Otherwise, I'll just start picking some stuff. Let's see. Let's start with this cute vintage knit.
Stuff on the top.
The stuff on the top. Okay. Top.
Go strictly a top shelf person.
All right. Well, these are quilted. So this is cotton, but it's quilted. So it has the poly filling in there. This piece is a yard and 5 inches, 44 wide. And it's a lavender, cute lavender color with that little sprig design. And then the back on this one is, I think, the same. Oh no, it's a little bit different on the back.
Welcome
So
in,
this
everybody.
print on the back, this print on the front. And it's a full yard, 44 wide.
That's right. Make yourself a
And
winter jacket and coat the inside.
here we go. Cute quilted.
Wonder Woman.
And it has the, padding in there. Cute full yard of that quilted fabric in lavender. Thanks for your bids. And that cute piece is going to go to Mango
Mango
33. Congrats, coming to you.
Thanks, Mango.
All right, this has 22 seconds. 22 seconds. Get in the giveaway. All right, here's another quilted piece. This one is a remnant piece that measures 24 by 27. And then I think there's a little tail somewhere. It says, yeah, there's a little extra tail piece. So 24 by 27. And it's a cute mauve pink color. And that's what's on the back. So it's, oh, and we just got a winner,
P
Deborah.
4.99.
Congrats, that's coming to you. So you've got this print on the back and then this on the other side.
Congrats, Deb.
So this piece, 24 by 27 remnant, is running. Cute quilted. It looks like it's the same exact brand. These all came from the same estate. So, and they're really good condition, cute quilted fabrics. They have the polyfill already in there. This is a remnant that measures 24 by 27, and there's an extra tail. Thank you, Christy, for your first purchase. Congrats. Here's a cute red one that's also
Christy.
quilted. This one is also a remnant that the main section of it is
Welcome to the club.
27 by 32, and then there are some extra side pieces there. So 27 by 32 plus some tails. Red. This is really cute. And it's running. Here's what's on this side, and then the other side is that print. Super cute. Red quilted.
Super duper.
Thank you for your bids. 27 by 32 plus some extra tails. And that's going to Christine. Thank you.
Thanks, Christy.
All right, cute purple. This one is 22 by 44. And then there's also
Welcome in,
some
Victoria.
extra pieces on there.
And
So
Sierra
main
and
section 22 by 44. Purple quilted. So it has the polyfill in there. And this one, the back
Hey,
looks like that. So it's like the floral stripe on the back and then the floral on the other side. Super cute. These are fun to make coasters, covers, zip bags, all kinds of cute stuff. And that's going to Christy
Christy
Lynn.
Lynn, winter
Thank
gold slide.
you. All right, staying on the top shelf.
Just kidding.
This is vintage. It's a yard and a half, 60 wide. Yard and a half, 60 wide. I'm pretty sure it is a cotton rayon blend. Has a nice drape, large scale floral, 60 wide, yard and a half. Someone wants that. It would make a really pretty
Hey, Candace.
boho skirt
Alicia.
thing. And let me find where it would actually be a really pretty curtain too. All right, here we go. I'm just doing $2 starts, so yard and a half, 60 wide. It is like a navy blue
In
background.
the Navy.
So you get that whole big piece. Yard and a half, 60 wide, cotton rayon. Going to Hi Robertson.
First purchase. Thanks, Hi Robertson.
Thank you for your first purchase. Pretty vintage fabric there. It's actually marked something on here.
It's marked.
Oh, it's marked Joan Kessler. It's a Kessler for Concord.
Congrats.
All right, this is linen. Beautiful black check with red poppies. It's linen and it measures 60 wide and it's a yard and 24 inches. It weighs a pound. Yard and 24 inches of linen. Here we go. This is pretty. Little black check with the poppies. And it's linen. Look at that pretty linen. Poppies. Thank you for your bids. Yard and 24 inches is what I said, right?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman takes that pretty fabric. Thank you.
Thanks, Wonder Woman.
That's coming to you. All right, this is vintage silk. And it has like this would have been something someone would have picked up on a trip. See how it's got the little marks on there? And it is um 4 yards and 27 inches. It weighs over a pound. It is 38 wide. So it's that vintage 38 width. And there is one little spot that I found that's kind of in the middle of this. I have no idea. See that little spot? I don't know. You can't even really see it, but it's a little brown spot. I don't know what it is. So, vintage silk, 38 wide. There's 4 yards and 27 inches. So, almost 5 yards. It weighs over a pound, which for silk, that's hard to do because silk is lightweight. All right. And it's like a nice lightweight um, feel. So a nice lightweight. It's not quite a crisp taffeta. It's more like just a nice lightweight, like you would see a nice scarf made out of this. 38 wide vintage silk, 4 yards, 27 inches. Kind of has a neat medallion design on there in a light, kind of medium blue. Thank you for your bids. That is going to Patricia.
Patty D grabs that.
All right, I don't know fabric content on this. I'm guessing. It feels to me like it is a probably there is some cotton in it, but I'm guessing it's more um of a blend of I think the cotton is probably the embroidery. Because see how it's got this embroidery woven in, and then it feels to me like a kind of a taffeta a little bit because it's kind of crisp, and it's a light pink, and there are 4 yards, and it is 45 wide. So 4 yards, 45 wide, vintage for sure, and this light pink with the black woven embroidery, little kind of chain design. That's the color right there. All right, and this is a lightweight fabric. It only weighs about 13 ounces for how much you're getting. That kind of gives you an idea how lightweight it is. So it's it would be like a blouse, um, things like that you could make out of it, but it's not see-through. So, and there's 4 yards here. It's really pretty. Like a light pink with that black
Terry
embroidery.
cloth.
Harry's gonna give it a try.
Thanks, Terry.
It's pretty. It's quite pretty. All right. This stack is oddities. Just some weird little things. This is so vintage. It was cut off the bottom of a dress or skirt. It's that crepey vintage, and it's quilted. And so this is the bottom of a skirt. It measures 13 by about 49 if you were to cut it open. And it's just the funnest fabric that you could make something cute out of. Vintage quilted. And here we go. Someone get it. It's super cute. And it does have, like hem binding on there and seams because it's a bottom of a skirt. But that fabric is so dang cute. And it's got that kind of crimpy, crepey feel. So probably made out of
Penny
cotton and
Penny
rayon.
purchase.
Thank you, Penny. It's such a cute little piece. Congrats. All right, this is
And the
Um,
fireman
a
rushes
vintage
in
curtain
from the
panel.
pouring
It
rain.
measures about
Very
30
strange. And
wide at the narrowest point by
my
80 long. It is 100% polyester, and it does have the pleat, the top pleated like this. I just think it's super fun. Look at the print on this. So if someone would love to have this to upcycle into something, it does have that soft backing that goes on vintage curtains. So if someone wants this panel with 80 long, 30 at the top where it's narrow, wider at the bottom where it's not pleated. And this piece weighs, let's see, a pound. It does weigh a pound. So here we go. If someone wants it for $2, the fabric is super cool. It's kind of a stiff and it does have a neat weave in it. Um, but I just think the design on here is really fun. You could do some fun things with the bags. Would make amazing tote bags. So that's running vintage curtain. And that is going to
Terry
Terry
Claw.
Rex coming your way. Oh, and there's some pins in here. Do you want me to take them out? Because they had the top pinned. If you want me to take them out,
Yeah.
let me know. Yeah. Okay. Just be careful when you open that. 'Cause they're
Oh,
straight pins.
just kidding.
Okay. This is actually vintage. It's a vintage dress. Here's all the pattern pieces. So if you want to try and find the pattern, it's Simplicity 8809, Mrs. size 18. And you've got it's a sheath dress. And it's just the front, the back, and then the collar, little strip panel, and then the facing. This fabric is so dang cute. I do believe it's cotton, but it's like a thick broadcloth this has to be 60s. Super cute. And it's a Mrs. size 18. So a larger size. So if someone wants this, it's super fun. The pit to pit on this was like 21, laying flat without it being sewn. So here we go. It's running if someone wants it. It's ready to make. You can just sew it. So super cute. And you can find the pattern, but even if you can't, it's a sheath dress, so it shouldn't be too hard with the pattern pieces to figure it out. So super cute. It has the darts all marked and everything. Super fun 60s fabric dress.
Yeah. Oh, no. Not quite.
Mrs. size 18, vintage simplicity with that fun.
Allie 1209.
Thank you,
first
Allie.
purchase.
You'll have to send me a picture if you stitch that up. It's super cute. All right, this one is also
Thanks,
vintage.
Allie.
It's already made into the dress. I saved it because the fabric is epic. It's a bark cloth and it's got a chinoise design on it. The dress is probably like a size, probably like about a size 6'8" ish. And it's just sleeveless with some straps. But really, the thing that I saved this for was the fabric. Look at this amazing bark cloth. So, and the dress is about 80 something inches long. I think I wrote it on here somewhere. Did I? Maybe not. Anyway, it's pretty cool. So, if someone wants this fabric, it I better look and see what I wrote so that I can make sure I weigh it the right way. I thought I had a sticker on here. Okay, maybe not. Hang on, let me weigh it because I want to make sure if it's over a pound because bark cloth can be a little bit heavier. Um, and it's that kind of vintagey um repro bark cloth. So it's not, I don't think it's original bark cloth. All right, so it weighs 13 ounces, so we're good. All right, here we go. If someone wants this, it's pretty cool. See that cool texture. That's it. And it's really not a super well made dress. It's definitely, got some like white thread on red,
Well, take
Thank you, Barb. So do something cool with this. It's pretty cool fabric for
thanks,
sure.
Barb.
Thank you. That's coming to you. All right, that was the top shelf except for this. This is vintage from 90s IKEA, and there's so much here. Um, I don't know if I even want to run it. It's that vintage Marimekko from Finland, Christina Isola, 1994, called Namaset. And there's a bunch of pieces. Someone had made some old curtains out of it. Um, so I don't know. It's kind of funky. I'll maybe list it. All right, let's move to the second shelf. This is a bag full of cotton poly blend, and you get a bunch of red, a bunch of white, a bunch of blue, and then a little bit of this red with the little hearts. And there's a ton of yardage here. The whole bag weighs it's I estimated it at about 9 yards is what I have written on here, and the bag weighs 2 pounds 7 ounces. So it's a ton of fabric, all cotton poly blends. So here we go. Someone wants this. It's very patriotic. You get red, white, and blue, and then a little bit of the red, white hearts. So cotton poly blends. Big pieces. Some of them have little scrappy edges, but it's big pieces. 2 pounds of fabric. And who wants that? Going to Sam. Congrats.
39 first
Coming your way.
purchase.
Thank you for your first purchase. All right, this is
Okay.
two separate pieces of the same fabric. This piece is 1 3/4 yards. It's a cotton poly blend, kind of a fabric you would use for curtains. So a nice kind of stiffer feel, but and it's probably mostly, I would guess it's probably like a 30 cotton, 70, or I mean 30, yeah, 30 cotton, 70 poly is my guess, something
Hello.
like that. And then this piece is 2.3 yards. So that's what it looks like. And it's vintage, no mark on the selvage. So if someone would like all of this floral cotton poly, you get all the pieces. So a total of about 4 yards when you add it all up. All right, and this is a pound of fabric. Here we go. That's running. You get all of that in two pieces. This one's 1 3/4 yards, and this one's at 2.3, so about 1 yard and a third. No, wait, a 0.3 would be
Penny
a
P
little bit
takes
more.
that.
Thank you, Penny. Coming your way.
Thanks, Penny.
This is the same style of fabric. This has 2 yards, 2.5 yards. Oh, and I forgot width on these. I think these were all regular width. Yeah, they're all 45 wide. So this one is 2.5 yards of this cotton poly vintage, like curtain type fabric. This is a pretty floral. So let's run that one. That is running now for that big piece, 2.5 yards of cotton poly. 2.5 yards. Thank you for your bids. And that is going to Linda.
Free first purchase.
Thank you, Linda.
Free.
It's a nice piece. All right, corduroy. This is vintage corduroy. It is 60 wide. I love this color. It's like this bright coral, and it has been pre-washed, but it's in really good condition. And there's a yard and a third, 60 wide. This would make adorable little kids jumpers. Um, it's just a cute color too. So if you love corduroy, this is a big piece. Oh, let me see if this weighs. I think this weighs a pound. Yeah, this is over a pound. A pound and 2 ounces
Welcome
of
in,
cute
Kodak. Welcome in.
60 wide coral corduroy, yard and a third. And this one's a cotton corduroy. So pre-washed. You can see there's a little bit of fringe on the edge there, but in excellent condition, vintage corduroy. It's hard to find corduroy. Terry is getting that cute piece.
Terry Claw.
All right, let's do this is going to be a corduroy bundle. These are all smaller pieces. This one is
Thanks, Terry.
half yard, 44 wide,
That's right.
and it's
Terry
got
misses the claw.
hairs at the two top corners for some reason, almost like somebody hung it up or something. And then there's a little stain right there on the edge, but that's on the selvage edge. So a half yard light blue, kind of a wide wale corduroy. This is 36 wide, half yard with a tail, red, fine wale. This one is 33 by 20 with a tail, black fine wale. And then this is a strips of corduroy that are 9 wide, between 14 to 30. So scraps. So this whole bundle of small pieces of corduroy weighs a pound and 4 ounces. Here we go. So small pieces and strips of corduroy, black fine wale, red fine wale, blue wider wale, and tan strips fine wale. Corduroy. I read my granddaughter this cutest little board book that's a corduroy, the little bear corduroy. So I always think of that. It's a book that I've had
Claw.
since my kids were little. And it's a super cute book with him in his little overalls. Thank you. That's going to Terry.
Thanks, Terry.
All right, let's do this piece. This is actually minky. It's 2 yards, 60 wide. It weighs a pound, and it's just a cute baby print that says "My Little Friends" and has little animals and little leaves. And it's a Joann's minky, 2 yards. And then there's a little extra scrap in there that you could use to make something with. So 2 yards of minky. And that is right. So cute. 2 yards of minky. And it's not a super fuzzy high pile one. It's more the nice soft um low pile minky. Woo! Unicorner got the deal of the day.
Unicorner.
2 yards of minky coming to you. All right, let's do.
Thank you, Unicorner.
All right, let's do this stack. This is a stack. All the pieces are seersucker, and
Claw.
this one is
See ya, sucker.
a yard and 3/4 by width of fabric, and it's normal width, like 44, 45. So cute little blue plaid with the little seersucker in there. Yard and 3/4. Spring, summer coming up. I love blouses made out of seersucker. Here we go. Yard and 3/4 of that one. And it's a cotton seersucker. So just a cute little blue check. Yard and 3/4. Thank you for your bids. And that piece is going to Patricia. Thank you. All right. And then this piece is 24 inches width of fabric, cotton seersucker. It's a cute little plaid with yellow, purples, and blues. That is running now.
Patty D.
Yep.
Thank you,
Patty D
Patricia.
took that one. Here we go. So cute cotton seersucker plaid, 24-inch width of fabric. Going to Patricia. This one
Thank you,
is a
Patty.
yard and a third, 44 wide, and it's a cute little gingham seersucker cotton. So yard and a third. And that one is running. So seersucker, cute little gingham check going to
Mango
mango.
33
Right,
takes
this
that.
piece is super vintage, and I'm pretty sure it's a blend. It feels like a cotton poly blend, maybe, I don't know. And it's really puckered seersucker, and there's 2 yards, plus an extra 8 inches, 45 wide. And yeah, it's definitely not 100% cotton. It feels like a cotton poly blend. But look at that vintage design. It's so cute. All right, who wants that fun piece? Lightweight seersucker vintage. It's got a really cute crepey feel with that vintage browns and green flowers. 2 yards and 8 inches. That one is going to Penny P.
Penny P.
Congrats. All right,
Thanks,
this
Penny.
piece is like a really, really light weight, um, kind of like a cotton voile. It's super lightweight and gauzy. And there's a yard. It's 58 wide. There is a little run. I put the sticker where the run is. See that little run right there? That goes, it doesn't go too far. It goes about there to there. Um, anyway, a little snag in there. So a yard 54 wide, and it does have the original selvage on there. So gauzy cotton stripe. That's running if someone wants that. Thank you for your bids. Very lightweight, vintage, gauzy, cotton voile type fabric. Going to
Mango
Mango.
33 takes
Thank you.
that.
All right, this is canvas weight.
Thanks, Mango.
It is a yard, 58 wide. And I think this one, yeah, no mark on selvage. So it's just a fun chandelier damps, white gray canvas weight. So cute piece. And this one, oh, what did it weigh? Where'd my sticker go? All right, it weighs 12 ounces. Okay, here we go. That's running. So canvas, white, and it does have kind of a twill in it. And it is a nice canvas chandelier gray on white damps pattern.
Penny P takes
Thank you.
that.
All right, we need to watch the time. We're at
Penny.
about 31 minutes in. Okay, we're doing
We're
good.
doing good. We're
All
doing
right,
fine.
this is a nice woven canvas broadcloth that has this little diamond weave in it. It's a yard 56 wide. So 56 wide, 1 yard. And that one is running. So it's just a nice white with that diamond weave. And it feels like cotton. Um, yeah, I don't think it's anything but cotton. If you look at the fringe. Thank you for your bids. That one is going to Terry. Congrats.
Terry Claw takes
All right,
that
this is a
badger.
little remnant piece of a lightweight denim. It is 23 by 24 with a tail. So it looks like that. And it's that fun lined kind of look denim. So just a nice little square plus an extra piece there. And that is running. If you like to work with denim, denim is hard to get. So nice little remnant piece of denim. May have been washed, but hard to tell. And that's going to
Penny
Penny.
P.
Congrats.
Thanks, Penny.
All right, this is a pile of canvas scraps and pieces. I'm just going to weigh it. These are unwashed, these two pieces. This one is 18 by 37. This one is 22 by 35. And then these are all bull denim that have been pre-washed. So bull denim canvas that are pre-washed pieces. So I'm just going to weigh the whole stack. You get it all. And it's 1 pound and 8 ounces. And it's the thicker canvas. So, and these two pieces are unwashed, and then these are all washed. So, canvas. That's going to Frolic.
Frolic.
Congrats. All right, this is
Thanks, Frolic.
like a, I'm gonna call it like a lightweight denim chambray, and it's in a kind of a grayish green. But it's not really a denim either. Kind of see how the thickness on that, but no, actually, I would say a lightweight chambray denim. So it's a cotton, and it is 44 wide, and there's 4 1/3 yards here, and it's kind of a gray green color. That's your color. So 4 1/3 yards. This weighs 1.5 pounds. So it's a lot of fabric there. And that's what I would call it, is kind of a light, compared to a light denim that you would make, like a shirt out of. So it's a pretty piece. Mango
Mango,
stealing
thanks,
that. Congrats.
Thank you, Mango.
All right. And then let's do a couple of the knits. This is 1.25 yard vintage 80s knit. And it's going to be 60 wide. It has little sailboats and little geometric shapes on there. It's cute. So yard and a quarter, it says.
Yep, highway robbery.
All right, here we go. This one is 11, so I have to do it at 12 ounces. You get the whole piece. Here we go. Vintage 80s knit. So it's like t-shirt knit. Oh, and on the very edge, that little mark is on there. See that? But it is on the bottom edge. Don't know what it is. It's probably was end of bolt. So if someone wants that. Island's taking that.
Thanks.
This is 3.5 yards of this one. It's cute. And it's marked Texolini ink. So probably late 2000s is my guess on that. Flower Power knit. It is 60 wide, and it's like t-shirt jersey knit. I do see a smudge on a flower because it came out of an estate that they had stored in boxes. So it's probably just like a dirt smudge. And this is a ton of fabric. It says 3.5 yards. So that's really cute. All right, here we go. This is going to weigh 2 pounds. Flower Power knit. It's a large, cute teal with all these fun flowers. And it is t-shirt knit, cotton, and it's not running.
Oh,
I'm like, It's cute. No one wants it. All right, let's try that again.
Should have been
All right, there
watching
we go.
the phone and
3.5 yards. Cute flower power knit. Cotton knit. Like t-shirt knit. It would make cute um like beach wear. So
hello world. There's a song that we're singing.
and that's
Come
going
on,
to
get
Jenny her. Thank you, Jenny.
thank you, Jenny. Her.
All right, here is a vintage 80s 1 yard. It's just a cute lightweight t-shirt knit. This one
Jenny.
might
Her.
uh, let's see if this one has all way. Yeah, this one's an all way stretch.
Holy cow, Jenny! You can
Little
make a tent with that.
knit.
There's enough
There's a
fabric.
single yard, 60 wide. And here we go. That's a cute one. Little geometrics on there. White with primary colors and some peach thrown in.
Peach.
Peach and green. And Island is on that piece. Thank you.
Island girl.
Coming your way.
Thanks, Island girl.
All right. Let's see. This is a little piece of waffle knit, like thermal underwear. It's a piece that measures 19 by 38. So just a little piece of that thermal knit stuff. Oh, and there's a little swatch out of the corner. So let's run that if someone wants it. So like thermal underwear fabric, little chunk, 19 by 38. It's probably a blend. I don't know what they make this out of for sure. It's a cotton blend probably. And so pretty gets that little
pretty.
piece. All right, this is a baby pink.
So pretty.
There's 2 yards. It has little sleeping angels and stars, and it says angels, fairies. That's what it says. The words say angels and fairies, so it's probably an 80s. Also, 2 yards. Someone wants that one. This one does weigh a pound. So it's a light pink,
A lot of fabric.
and it says angels and fairies, and there's 2 yards, and it's that lightweight cotton knit. Baby, this was what you would make baby sleepers out of probably back in the day. So pretty.
Pretty.
All right, this is a tube, jersey knit tube. It's 27 wide, but because it's 2 layers, it would actually be 46. So see how it has no edge. It's a tube. So you can open it up and it's a big tube. And so it's 27 inches width of fabric, and it's that stretchy jersey rib knit kind of stuff. And this one weighs 8 ounces. Here we go. White tube jersey knit. So you would be able to use this to make bands, right, on the bottom of t-shirts, or you can make tube tops out of it. I don't know what you do with it. Nobody else does either. Okay. And then I've got this massive piece of wide
You can make a t-shirt.
jersey knit.
A t-shirt skirt.
It weighs 2 pounds. It's 1.5 yards, and it's also a tube. See how it's a tube? And there's yeah, 1.5 yards of this, and then there's a little bit of scraps too. I measured it to there. This weighs 2 pounds. It's like a brick red color. And it's not rotted. It feels really good. It's supple. It's definitely vintage. All right, someone wants it. Take it home.
That's like me. Not rotted. Supple.
So, well, because sometimes stuff like this will get old and the
That's
elasticity
true.
goes away,
That's true.
but this is in really good condition. Nobody knows what to do with these tube knits. Me either. Oh, remember in the 70s and 80s, women would wear those like dresses that were made out of that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what said.
Yeah.
T-shirt dress. So
This one's the same thing, only it's a yard. Oh no, it's 3/4 of a yard and it's a dark green. So tell me if you want that one to run. Otherwise, I'll pass. Okay, this is regular. This is like a fine whale t-shirt knit, but it's also tube. So tube knit, dark, dark green. And this piece is a yard, a full yard. So it's a finer jersey rib. So a yard of that one. If no one's speaking up, I'll kind of skip those. And then this one's a yard of black. Same thing. Tube,
so
finer.
Mango says that it's in a tube because it's knit in a circular device.
Yeah, you can cut it to lay flat for sure. But it's made so also so that if you wanted to make a
Candy
t-shirt
said run the
with no
green.
seams, right?
Candy said run the green.
The green of the fine whale one
The green of the fine wheel.
or the larger rib. This one's three
Both.
quarters.
Run them both.
Run them both. All right. The same person wants them.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just run it together then, and I'll just do $4. Let me, because this is like probably 3 pounds. It's heavy stuff. And then you don't have to do two separate transactions. Yeah, this is almost 3 pounds of fabric. All right, here we go. $4. You get both pieces. The larger whale one was 3/4 of a yard, and this one's a yard. So it's really nice fabric. It has a super nice feel. This one's a little bit different green than the other one. All right, and it looks like Candy is going to take that. Congrats. All right, let's do. How are we doing on time?
We have 15 minutos.
15 minutes. Does anyone want the wool? Because I've got some wool pieces here. Anyone want the wool? This is a remnant piece that measures 20 by 68. It's a beautiful charcoal colored wool. Really a nice wool. And there's no issues with it that I could find. This piece weighs 9 ounces. Here we go. So very nice wool that is 20 by 68. So it's a big long piece. It's not exactly evenly straight, but it's the narrowest point was 20 inch. So remnant. And that's going to Wonder Woman. Thank you. All right, this piece, a beautiful royal blue wool. There's a yard 60 wide. It does have a couple of spots of moth damage that I found, but not really too bad. I see one spot right here that goes all the way through both layers, and I'm holding it up to my bright, bright studio light. And then I saw one other spot that went through just one layer. So it's a full yard. If you're crafting with it, it's a really nice piece. Oh, that's running. So beautiful wool in royal blue. One little spot that goes through in the middle of moth damage. And then I saw one other place on the surface somewhere and I can't find it now. And Wonder Woman's taking that.
Woman.
Thank you. All right, this is really vintage. It's a yard and 30 inches, so almost 2 yards, 60 wide. It weighs 1 pound and 3 ounces. It's a beautiful plaid. This would make an amazing blanket. So you could, line it with something else, do a fancy hem stitch. It's a beautiful piece of wool. So, and I didn't see any damage on it. So if someone wants this piece, it is running. So full yard 60 wide. So that means you get a 36 by 60 would make a really nice lap blanket. And you could, hem stitch it or something. It's super pretty. And that's going to Wonder Woman. All right, this is a little remnant piece that's 27 by 28. And it's just a pretty houndstooth in a heathered brown gray color. It's a little remnant. Here we go. That's running. Pretty wool 27 by 28. Houndstooth. Little suiting type wool. And Wonder Woman is on that piece. All right, this one is
Wonder Woman.
let's see. What did I write? Oh, this is a big long strip. It's about 13 inches wide at the narrowest point, and then there's some tails, and it is 3 yards long. And it's this bright Kelly green. So it's a big remnant of green wool. It weighs a pound and 3 ounces. So it's a lot of wool. Here we go. That's running. Someone wants that. So about 13 wide in most places, and then it widens out a couple of, I think it was what was left from someone making, something out of it. It's pretty wool. Such a pretty color.
Wunderbar Fraulein.
Thank you. All right, and then this is really vintage. I'm pretty sure it's 100% wool because of how it's woven, but it has kind of this little braided look weave. See that? Twill kind of weave. And it's a yard 56 wide, kind of bright red, vintage. And I couldn't see any issues with this one.
Hey, we are Fabric Hounds is raiding.
Thank you for the raid. Just in time for some wool. So vintage wool, this one weighs 12 ounces. And it is, again, a yard 56 wide. Vintage bright red with that kind of twill weave in it. So wool. Vintage wool. Full yard. And thank you, We Are Fabric Hounds. I'd share your profile, but we're on a raid train, so I don't have a lot of time. But please, everyone, give We Are Fabric Hounds a follow. She sells amazing trims and fabrics. So definitely worth checking her out. All right, this is funky. Who needs a mermaid costume tail? This piece is a yard and a half, 60 wide, and it's like a poly coated with this kind of vinyl. See how it's like that? And then it has this vinyl coating, shimmery green stuff. And it weighs 15 ounces about. Here we go. Someone wants that. It would make an awesome mermaid tail costume or something, huh? Fish. You could use it for a fish costume. It's cute. And Island's gonna take that cool piece. Thank you.
Island Girl. Thanks, Island Girl.
Let's see, what else do I have? Fun. This is funky. I don't know exactly what to call this fabric. It's kind of like, it feels like it's foamy. It feels like foam. It's cushiony. It's obviously a synthetic and it's a custom print. So it has this funky rose streaky print, and there's a full yard here. Oh no, wait, it's 33 inches, 64 wide, so not quite a yard, but it's selvage to selvage. So 33 inches of this. It kind of feels like a wetsuit type of fabric, but it stretches always. So foamy type feel, spongy feel. Um, this is kind of cool actually. How much did I say this weighed? It weighs 12 to 15 ounces. And this is more modern. Neoprene. There we go. That's probably what it is. I don't know these kinds of fabrics very well. So neoprene, 64 wide, 33-inch. So almost a full yard. Fun custom print on there. And that piece is going to Terry, it looks like, maybe. Unless someone swipes her, Terry's getting it. Awesome. That's coming to you. Thank you, Terry.
Thanks, Terry.
All right. Let's see. What else do I have up here? Does anyone want like the velour type? It's like has kind of a shiny back and then a suede front. This piece in black is a yard and a third, 45 wide, one-way stretch, velvet velour. Here we go. Black. It's nice fabric. Make really nice bags, accents on bags, accents on upcycled clothing. So nice black velour. Going to Island Girl. Thank you.
Girl.
Then there's a little piece of it, similar but maybe a little bit lighter weight in this rust color. And it's a 23 by 60 piece remnant. So that one is running if someone wants that little remnant piece of lighter weight velour in a rust color. 23 by 60. Going to Island Girl, looks like. Awesome, that's coming to you.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
All right, this is velvet. It's an upholstery velvet that I'm pretty sure is made out of acrylic. It's a remnant that measures 25 by 29. 'Cause it's got that heavy duty feel and it's got that stiffer backing. So just a nice remnant, and it's like a midnight blue color.
Into the
So if someone
midnight.
wants that little piece, 25 by 29. It is kind of heavy. Here we go. That one is running now. Let me go back down to 10 seconds. Here we go. So it's like a midnight blue color, acrylic velvet, like an upholstery weight velvet swatch. And it does have the selvage on the one edge.
Candy 0406.
Thank you. That's coming to you.
Thank you, Candy.
All right. This one is a synthetic velvet, like a velour type, 32 by 66 in this like emerald green color. And yeah, 32 by 66. It's running. Someone wants that pretty green color. Like a lightweight synthetic velvet velour. Has a stretch and a drape. And I'm taking that
Girl, take
piece.
that.
You're gonna make some fun costumes with that stuff. It's so cute. All right. And then this is a synthetic velvet little piece, vintage, 17 by 40.
Welcome in, Gretchen.
And it's a
Welcome
darker
in,
green, and it's
Dad,
kind of a,
Rick.
it's got that kind of satiny back.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. All right. So we'll run this little piece, and it's got a little bit of memory from folds. So it's more of a scrappy little piece, 17 by 40. Dark green velvet. Here we go. That's running. Sometimes when it's been folded for a long time, you get a little bit of weird shimmers because it's got memory in the velvet. And so you have to kind of steam it and wash it to get that out.
Okay.
Terry is
Uh,
grabbing that.
Thanks, Terry.
All right, let's run another giveaway real quick for everyone to get in for embroidered patch. This is banana and hot dog. So little embroidered patches. The banana's hiding behind the hot dog. So everyone get in that, and then we'll get ready to raid into Endless Treasure Jenny. Because we'll draw this right before we go. And let's see if there's something amazing. Does anyone want satin? This is a pretty piece in mint. Nice big piece of satin that is 20 by 52. So it's a big long strip. 20 by 1 or not 52, 152. So green, mint green satin. If someone wants this, it's running. 20-inch wide by 152 long. Big, huge, long strip of this pretty satin. And it's a nice thick one. So not a cheapy one. And that is going to our awesome friend Island Girl Mick. And we're going to draw that giveaway.
Thanks, Island Girl.
Here we go, everyone. Drawing giveaway banana and hot dog embroidered patch is going to
Bum, bum, bum.
Sherry
Sherry
Sews.
Sews.
Congrats. Thanks for being here, everybody. Please stay on the raid train. Make sure you look in the show notes and, well, in the next show, in the show notes, and stay on the train and follow everybody. They'll be on tomorrow too, running everything except for quilting cottons. And here we head over now to Endless Treasure. Jenny, thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you always.
Thank you.
Here we go. Bye for